I'm really convinced that if we reduce attachment to money, we gain wealth in this life, both metaphorically and also factually. Hello guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about my upper body workout and the topic of how reducing attachment to money can make us happier. I will see you inside the gym.
And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Okay, so actually tomorrow I have to be back at the gym because a friend, video maker who I met here, offered me to shoot together some footage. And while tomorrow's not gonna be a real workout, it's still gonna be an extra time for me coming at the gym this week. So I don't want to be completely destroyed for that. But at the same time, I would like this workout to be a pretty substantial upper body one. So let's see how this goes. So today, I'm not gonna start with cardio. I'm gonna go straight to the workout, but first I will warm up with the rubber band. Okay, I'm starting with pecs, just the bar for now. Just warming up. I have done the rubber band warm up for the shoulders already. Very important. No. Progressively going up with the weight. If you hear loud noises, guys, it's because there's still the carpenters in the gym, so they're drilling sometimes. So went up for the second time with the weight. Okay, same weight, this time I'm aiming for more reps. With some help. Yes. Ultima, proviamo?
Vai che ce la facciamo.
Ok. Grazie mille. Ok, same rules. Qui ne farò di meno, eh.
Non ne puntiamo a 10. Fatto allora, dai. Arriviamo a 10 da di più.
Grazie. Okay, now I'll do this lat machine. I haven't been doing this in a while. Maybe it's the first time filming it. I'm starting light. Also, like in the past days, I was feeling that something was not completely all right with my back. Maybe it's the combination of the weekend on the snow skiing and of the leg workout of the other day. And this is an exercise where if I go too heavy and I start swinging with my back, like doing this, it's possible to injure my back in parts that are sensitive, and I want to be careful and avoid that. So I will still go up with the weight, but try to avoid excessive swinging. Okay. Okay, now I went up with the weight. On each side I have 30, 50 kilos. So 100 in total. Which doesn't mean anything because like the actual weight that I'm pulling depends on the lever that this machine has. So I'm not sure that this would translate to 100 kilo at the lat pull downs. Actually, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's still pretty heavy though. So I've added 10 kilos on each side. I'm doing the last one of this. Now some shoulder press. I'm gonna start with a very light weight, 5 kilos on each side, 30 kilos in total. I'm actually going to maintain the same weight for now because my shoulders don't feel strong today. This is still an exercise when I never put too much weight. If I am kept firmly in place by a shoulder press machine, there I feel more confident to load a lot of weight, a lot relative to what I can do. So let's see how this feels for now at this weight. I am keeping this weight. Not feeling confident in going higher. Okay, I'm gonna do the last set of this before moving on to another exercise. Okay, now some vertical chest press. No. Oh. Now upper pecs at the cables. Last set of this, then some shoulders. Some more shoulders. Probably the reason why today's shoulder press was so difficult is that I had already strained them at the incline bench press. Also was trying to squeeze more reps that I could alone. So probably the shoulders were already strained. Now I'm gonna do some lateral raises, but here at the cables. Ugh. Last set of this. Ugh. Okay, now I want to target the back delt. Yeah. Last set of this, then abs, maybe also trap and neck. Okay, ab crunches. Okay, last set. Now, quick exercise to target the trap. I'm doing another one without rest, half the weight. Again, this time I will already start with half the weight because I know I cannot do many reps otherwise. And this way with the lighter weight, I can really like feel the contraction here. And take my time with going up. Oh. Oh. Last set of this. Okay. Now quick one to target the neck. Okay, done. Now, I'd like to take a moment to share a few thoughts about the topic of money and greed, and then get changed. So today I would like to share a couple of thoughts about something that is very common, but is rarely questioned, which is the attachment we have toward our money and possessions. Many of us experience this attachment in ways we don't even realize. And it can become a source of suffering that feels completely normal because almost everyone around us does the same. So how can we recognize signs of attachment to money? If we pay attention, we might notice certain behavior within ourselves that indicate this attachment. Like when we go out for dinner with our friends, we might catch ourselves thinking about how much we will end up paying. And when that moment arrives, part of our mind is busy calculating. Like try to remember how much money we have left in the bank, or making sure we can meet our financial goals, or wondering if that expense was worth it. Another situation might be that we find ourselves compulsively checking our bank account. Or even if it's not compulsively, we check it more often than it would be needed. We already have a rough idea of how much money we have left in the bank, right? But we still have to confirm, we still have to check, we still have to feel in control. Sometimes we hesitate before making even the smallest purchases. And that's usually not because of financial necessity. It's because the thought of parting with money triggers an underlying anxiety within us. This kind of preoccupation is a very strong form of attachment and grasping. The problem isn't caring about money, of course. We need to sustain ourselves. The problem is when our mind fixates on money too much or too often in a way that doesn't serve us and only feed anxiety and worry. What's strange is that this behavior is so common that it feels normal. It feels like a fact of life, but it's not. It's an unhealthy habit of the mind. So what is the cost of this attachment? If we think about it, we might even find some moment in which we regretted having this attitude. Maybe there was a time when we were too focused on the money we spent rather than enjoying an experience with friends. Or maybe there was another time where we hesitated over a small expense and later realized that renouncing to that money wouldn't have mattered in the slightest. But the grasping itself had made us unhappy. But it's not just about individual moments. It's about the general atmosphere of the mind. A mind that is overly attached to money is never at ease. It is always calculating, always protecting, always holding on. So the question is, can we change this? The answer is yes, but like anything, it's a slow process of familiarization. The goal is not to suddenly stop caring about money, but gradually reduce its power over us. One of the simplest but most powerful things we can do is notice when the mind wants to check, whether it's looking at our bank balance or mentally calculating expenses, and restrain from doing it unless there is a real need. The more we do this, the more we weaken the compulsion. When we do check, we can do it consciously, making sure that the reason is practical, not just attachment, anxiety, or habit. Another very, very powerful thing is familiarizing ourselves with giving. This doesn't mean recklessly giving away all of our money or forcing generosity in an artificial way. It means building a regular habit of giving in small, meaningful ways. It could be giving a small amount to a beggar when we have cash. It could be covering a meal for a friend once in a while, not every time, sometimes. It could be making a small donation to a cause we believe in, not on autopilot, but actively, with awareness. The key here is repetition. In my small experience, I started doing this at least once a month, and every time I do this, I make sure that I am actively choosing to give each time. The more frequently we engage with this act of giving, the more we train our mind to let go. It's also important to do this spontaneously, not just in pre-planned situations. If an opportunity arises, like passing someone in need in the middle of the street, we can take it. These small amounts, repeated over time, create a shift in how we relate to money. But why would we want to do all this? The only reason to practice this is if we see the suffering caused by our current attachment. If we observe how our mind feels when it clings to money, how it becomes tense, worried, and overly protective, then we might realize this isn't the way we want to live. If we don't see the suffering, we won't feel the need to change. And that's okay. But for the others who do notice this, we can begin to develop a different relationship with money. One that is healthier, freer, and more balanced. Over time, if we develop this habit, money will have less power over us. So guys, let me know what you think about this topic, if it's of interest to you, and if you would like to talk more about this. I'm really convinced that if we reduce attachment to money, we gain wealth in this life, both metaphorically and also factually. But this is a topic for another video. Now I will go get changed and then go home. So this is not really a pump check because the pump is gone, but we're still gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna get changed and I will see you outside. Going home, guys. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.